Hello and welcome
to a new live stream here from the Card Shark studio in Essen, Germany. Good to see you all. Hey, don't do the sound here. This is for every sound technician. It will be. Don't do that. So here we are talking about mark decks, all types of mark decks that we have, that you might have, how you use them, how you shouldn't use them.
and I will show you a little cool idea, a little cool effect with a mark deck, what you can learn immediately today.
Yeah, and it's not only a mark deck but also a stack. If you are using a stack, then this would be good as well.
Okay, but
Right.
everything after the intro.
So here we go. Okay. Let me check something because I just moved the table a little bit. Looks way better. This way. Not that easy. Okay, and here we are back. Yes. You were not here for the couple of last weeks, or you say 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, 3 weeks ago.
I can't remember. My
This is
God.
so good.
Time
Nice
flies. Time flies.
to be here again with you and with you guys. So hello and welcome to this next level of stream. We have some informations.
Yes.
We will speak about mark decks, and for sure, you know everything. We go on another way.
Yes, so we start loosely, we try to focus as long as we can. Just to let you know, you will be very soon in the USA.
Los Angeles, guys. I will come to Los Angeles, and it's so nice. My dream comes true. I go to the castle, and
So-
I'm there from the 15th of August to the 22nd of August.
Very, very nice. So if you want to see his magic, what you do, what is different to most of the other guys, then definitely something you should check out. And if you are nearby, make sure that you will see his performance. It will be very funny. And not funny, it will be no, a mind fuck.
Yeah, a mind fucker. No, I will do also funny routines for sure.
Yeah.
The clown's oracle.
No, you don't do that, right?
Why not?
Okay, you do have the cards in English?
Yeah.
Okay,
Because
cool.
I'm very
Oh,
good,
sure, we did that in English.
I'm very good friend with the creator and the producer.
There you go. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So
Okay.
let's start. Maybe can I start with my trick?
And by the way, yes, we can. But not only you will be in the USA, I will be in Canada at the FISM. That is also starting somewhere in July. Time is flying, very, very
time is
fast.
flying.
Yes.
The cool thing is we have one friend of mine is here in the stream. He's not a magician, but he's a professional ice hockey player.
And he has something to do with sharks.
Yeah, exactly. It fits perfect. He is another card shark, but he is a cologne shark.
An ice shark.
An ice shark. And we will meet each other on Friday, and I will perform this trick, and maybe I will do it with him together. So then he can be the magician.
Can he type into the chat if he's here and with us? That would be awesome.
Yeah, he's here for sure.
But then you cannot explain how everything
Yeah,
works.
I can.
Maybe he then has to turn off YouTube. And
No, I trust him 100%.
Okay.
So what we do right now, Christian, you are the ice for all the people at home. You will see this is a normal deck of cards. It's not necessary to know.
Well, it's not normal because it's a phoenix, large index, and
Blah, 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 and blah,
yes,
blah, blah.
exactly.
What you do right now is you will cut the deck wherever you like. You look on the bottom card, and then you cut the deck. So, okay? Here. And we can put it here. So, cut the deck.
Now I will just check for myself. You're not able. Yes. Okay. I have the card.
Yeah, and cut the deck.
Okay. I cut.
Okay, and yeah, drop it on the.
Maybe you can. No.
No,
whatever.
it doesn't matter. I put it here. So, is there any way I can know the card?
Certainly not.
No.
If it would be.
Okay. So this time I performed a little bit different.
Yeah, please.
So take the cards in this grip like that. No, this one. And and now drop the card in your hand. And right now you see what happened. Your card, the 6 of hearts, is completely gone. It's not anymore in the deck. It's completely gone. You saw it, yeah?
No, but we will check. Let's see. I will spread it in front of you. So if you still can see, there's a 6 of diamonds, but that's not the card, right?
There's no six of hearts anymore. It's completely gone.
It was the 6 of hearts. It was not the 6 of diamonds. Trust me.
Yeah, and
I showed it into the camera, but yes.
There is no six of hearts anyway. How crazy is it? How crazy! And then you can do something like that. Watch. Cut it. Yeah, and then you can do
for the camera. Look at here.
For the camera.
Yeah.
Watch 1, 2, and it comes back.
There you go.
Here we are.
So it was not really gone. It's just somewhere else.
Yeah, exactly. So this is a very, very, very easy routine. So I do something different with it. So in the end, my card appears in the box. So this is another thing what I do. But
are you using the sum deck for that?
I use the sum deck because it makes things much easier. I can also use a stack for sure, but I think it's for laymen it doesn't matter. And it makes things much easier because what the sum deck does is the sum deck tells you when he cut the deck, and he show on the deck. I look here on this side, and I know this is the 10 of clubs.
Yes. So yeah, we will talk about all this, how you can mark your own cards, how you can get marked decks, what types of different marked decks exist, in which variations, and how you hide them, how you also perform with a marked deck without having the feeling or the fear that you will be caught, because usually you are you're telegramming it in a way when you feel uncomfortable and insecure. The chances that someone will find it is unfortunately not very low.
And the little touch what is on this deck is the first card, so the first one. This one is prepared with science friction here on this side. That means when Christian cuts the deck.
Science friction is the special spray that that you can find with us. That is
in our
kind
shop.
of a roughing.
Yeah,
yes.
it's super cool, and the science friction card is on top. He looks on the bottom card, and when he cuts the deck, automatically this card will be disappear like this. Boom. And you know where it is. It's under the 4. So.
Yes.
Yes.
Correct. Yeah. That's a nice thing.
And you can also do.
Oh, flawless! What are you saying? Look at that. I wish I had bigger hands sometimes. I can't even really palm a card. Very, very soon you found the right place to lament about it and talk about it, because I will have something very special for you and for all the other guys who still struggle with palming a card. Palming means...
You want to show it?
Yeah, I will. Can you just walk over and I will talk about it? So palming a card means this is your hand palm and you're bringing the card in between, inside, and now you can palm a card comfortable whatsoever, so that that nobody can see what is going on here, and later you can produce that card and reveal it. However, some people have smaller hands, and like women or kids, etc. And therefore, it's not that easy to palm for some of you. Others have big paws, and it really doesn't matter. Unfortunately, my question concerning the Card Shark PC game played yesterday was unanswered in the German stream. Is that your game, Christian? It is not. It's a cool name. I have heard about it. I never played it because I don't have a computer game on my... I'm just not playing. So yeah, it has nothing to do with me, unfortunately. It also is called Card Shark, but Card Shark as a name itself, it just means that it's a person that can handle cards very well, and I think it's literally a double meaning. I can handle cards pretty well, and as I know a lot about playing cards and how to produce them, the word card shark just made sense. Now the deck that I'm created as a prototype is this one over here, and you might, yeah, let's go to the top, and you I have to do it like this. How cool is that? So I can now show you the cards, and they appear to be similar, right? Now when you look on the top, so on the table camera from here, then you would see that they are about the same. However, if you look into the other image, then you will see that this card here is lower than that one over here because it's closer to the camera. That means the card itself is smaller than the other one. It's not much, but enough so that you, all the guys who have problems with palming a card, yeah, but maybe this way, it's much easier. So which dimension did I pick to come up with this idea that I will call the pocket size deck? It is that someone, a good friend of Tom Stone, she's also a magician, she recommended why don't we bring back the bridge size cards, because bridge in earlier days, playing cards for magicians were always in bridge. Usually it was the aviator cards, and a producer of a very famous producer like Card Shark now
so cool.
was Fox Lake back in the time. And Di Vernon was still using bridge size cards. And in England are still a lot of bridge size effects out there because many old magicians are still using them. So the idea was, okay, bridge size means they are a little bit slimmer, and therefore you can palm them super easily. Let me show you this on the, so very, very simple. And the card just fits in it much better. Now the thing is, with a normal bridge size card, you would have the faces I don't like. The indexes are super small. They are super small. When you spread it, it's not very visible, and I didn't like it. The width of the card is bridge, but why not having a poker dimension of the cards? So the ratio between height and width would stay exactly the same and make the card a little bit smaller, so that palming is super easy. Now, when I show them onto the on the table, even if they appear a little bit smaller in your hands, as you can see, right? But as soon as you start spreading the cards, and then even spreading them face up, because of our Phoenix indexes, the former large indexes, we will change our wording very, very soon. These faces are much more visible, because as you can see here, we have the larger index, the Phoenix index as well. And when you look at these cards, then definitely it is much higher visible than just a poker size normal index card. Unfortunately, I don't even have, oh, there he is, okay, hi. If you are familiar with the poker size and standard index cards, they are not on the table. I don't even know where I have them because I'm not using them for such a long time, and therefore I don't even have anything to show the difference. So just trust me, it is thousand times better. This is something that will be produced hopefully very, very soon as well.
And I was thinking to work with them in close up because of the for walk-arounds.
It's pocket size. Makes just much more. It doesn't bulk your pockets.
For producing a complete deck out of your mouse is super cool.
Yeah. Usually you would have to have.
Yeah, you go like.
Like nothing, and now you can. Exactly.
This is so good. Also for production with flash paper, like boom, it's perfect.
Okay, yeah. Well, I showed this already to several magicians at a convention.
And what they say?
They're all super excited about this deck, and they want. So we are starting with the red and blue decks, at least at the beginning, and then we have to see what the other trick cards we will do very, very soon. Yeah,
this is so good. No, it's not difficult. It's much better.
Really?
Yeah, it's much better because there's no movement anymore. This is so much better. A color change is so much better.
Do it one more time. Wait. I'll do it here for the table. Here, look at that.
Yeah, I can go.
Can you?
Yeah, I can go from here. Go on top camera is better.
Okay, we do the top.
To the top, like, yeah, like. This is so much better.
Is it easier?
Yeah, it's easy. Or this one, the so-so change. So good.
Okay.
Or this one is also very good. Yeah, it's great.
Okay, as you can see, there are
Duck
a lot
change.
of
Yeah.
a lot of possibilities. As the relation between width and height is still the same, it's just a little bit smaller. Your hands are pretty used to this. The cut will be 100% the same. I cannot palm you parlor size cards. Sideways, Lau. You can do this in a gambler's cup, for instance. You can do the parlor cards.
This is so good. The palming was.
So now we would have, if we do everything that we want to in the near future, then we will have 4 different sizes. Oh my God, too many variations. That's a problem.
That's why you're card shark.
So what we will have is parlor size. That is what Lau is mentioning right now. These are the larger cards for parlor situations where you have a super huge index, even on cards that are not too big, like I think it's 3 by 4 inches. They appear like poker cards, however they are a little bit bigger, and some people still can palm these cards if they have hands big enough. The next size
cup is very good.
Yeah, that was the beginning when I just had the poker size cards. Then I created the parlor size cards. It all made sense. So it's in millimeters. I can tell you a normal poker card is 63 by 88. Don't ask me what this is in inches. But these 63 times 88 turn into 75 times 100.
Where's printed in
That is parlor. That is just our prototype deck. Now the poker deck is 63 by 88, as you know. The pocket size is something in between, and it is, as said, bridge size. If you're familiar with bridge, then reduce it in height, and you will get to the pocket size. And last but not least, that's something that I wanted to release for many years, and a lot of people already asked me over and over again, where are the Phoenix mini decks? And we still have to do the Phoenix mini decks. And when I wanted to do them, I wanted to do them in a way that they would not just be small, but they should have a certain ratio. It's not exactly a poker size ratio. It cannot be. Mm-hmm. Because what I wanted to do is, if I would take a normal poker card and fold it in half and then tear it, that is now it's 44 times 63 millimeters, then this should be the size of a poker card. And unfortunately, it's not like the Dean formats. They are the only ones where you can fold it in half and tear it, and you get to the same dimensions in the same ratio over and over again. But with poker cards, this is not possible. So they will be a slightly different.
Your hands look so massive big when you have this.
Okay. Oh, thanks, James. So yeah, when it is 2.5 times 3.5, the parlor size is 3 times 4. That's what I remember. That's very straight. 3 times 4, and the pocket deck would then be bridge width and maybe 3 inches high. Maybe, I don't know exactly. So
this is so good.
Will be coming soon. Now we have to start the printing. Will be very interesting.
For young editions, this is perfect.
Oh, Henry Evans, when he saw it, he immediately said, "Oh, that's great for my students, because the young guys who want to start Magic, etc., kids, women, everybody who doesn't have hands like us, it's just the way to do it, and then you grow with the cards, or the cards will grow with you." So the next, sooner or later, they can then do the poker size or even parlor size. Some even said, I think the Buck twins told me, the parlor size is great for practicing, because when you do when you train your hands for doing certain slides, it's when you do slides with your poker deck and then get a bridge deck into your hand, it's appearing much easier for you to do all the moves.
Yeah.
Like what you say right now, right? All your moves that you did so far in poker size are now almost nothing when you do it now with the poker size.
The pass is so good because it's so.
Yeah, the flipping over is just very, very small, right? Oh my god, that looks so cool.
Well, look this one.
Yeah. As I can, yes, Lau, a bridge size card is perfect for me as I can hide the card without having to be careful with my little finger. Yes, and now if you are even reducing the height a little bit, so if you like, cut down a bridge size card by 9 millimeters, and you will get to that size and play around with that one, and I hope you will be as excited as we are.
Look, everything is working.
Because then you have already the feeling what will come then.
This is so good.
Will be there marked decks of these or
only marked decks?
That is a very interesting topic. We have to start somewhere, because when I had another great idea, what I thought was a great idea was the German poker with the German faces. Instead of jacks, queens and kings, I did Bube, Dame and König. What are different symbols? We don't have these American style artwork, and I tried those. And it never really lifted up. So I think this time this idea is so cool, and I have seen so much feedback that I can imagine that this will be something that magicians love. And we will also do at least 2 great tricks with them, together with Christian Grace, hopefully.
Yeah.
And maybe even one more. And yeah, only this alone will be already worth it to wait and get these cards out. So this is the pocket size. Then comes the mini size. Henry Evans already told me that he has a great idea for doing a trick with mini deck and poker deck. If you have something, especially that is your favorite as well, with a mini deck and...
I have also a great idea, but I think it's too much work for you.
If it's extra work, no, I was just thinking of using a regular mini deck. That would be great. Oh, and when I do the design of the backs of the mini decks, I played around with 2 things. I could either do the back design of the Phoenix, however, I could also do this times 2. That way, when I put a mini card sideways into a poker deck, then, and I would spread it not
I know what you mean.
Then I would spread it like this and not like that. Right? So like this, then this card would, from the back, would be normal.
Yeah, and then when you turn it, then
it's mini.
Yeah, it's a cool illusion.
Yeah, something like this. Can come very soon. Now we have to calculate everything and get the printer ready and so on and so on. But I'm really, really excited. What did you do right now? Did you step over the...
No, everything is fine.
Okay.
So, but we're drifting
a little bit, yes.
A little bit. But in a German live stream, we have a very good idea, because I told Christian what I do, and then he comes to.
Okay. Yeah, we will tell you this in a second.
Yeah.
Here is one guy in the stream I saw. If he's still here, I hope that is Jurim from Germany. Thank you. I saw your last message. Then we already in the chat of the German stream, and I thought I have to tell you this, because this is a secret now for all the YouTube guys who are watching this video. Our regular decks, I mean the decks that are officially unmarked, are kind of marked, because I mean Jurim, for instance, he is scratch marking every single deck of his. So whenever he's working, there is at least a kind of a marking that he can always use. And when he gives this deck away, that doesn't cost him more than a regular deck, just a bit of extra work because he's scratch marking it, then he can use it in much different ways than usually with a marked deck that is $20 or so.
Yeah.
Right? Therefore, I did something similar to fool around with magicians, because most of the time these scratch markings, etc., this is to fool your friends, your magician's friends, because when they are so aware of normal marked decks, they will not be able to figure that one out.
We don't mean the one-way system. We mean something different.
Yeah, we will tell you in a second, coming as well. So, and I found the marking in the regular deck. That is great. Exactly, I'm talking about this. So, Urim, you would not have to spend any more time to scratch anything if you are using the Phoenix decks, all of them. And then if you look around and figure out how the secret marking works, because it is so secret, even I don't know it. No, I know it, but I don't tell it. So people are searching for it. Just recently I had a nice email conversation back and forth. I found the first 6 cards, but then how does it? Can I continue? Shall I continue? Or is it a geese chase where I cannot find anything because
when you
it doesn't
find
exist?
it, you can keep it.
Yes, and if you don't find it, then it's an unmarked deck. Which card is this one here? It's a small one as well. Okay, here we go. Anyhow, let's talk about the official marked decks that we have, because when I designed the Phoenix deck, I started with the markings first. Actually, seriously, that's what I did, because for me the gold standard back then, when I created everything, was 2 things. One was Boris Wilde's marked deck, and the other one was Ted Leslie's marked deck. Because Ted Leslie, if you're familiar with it, he had the bicycle cards, and in the center, in the circles where the naked boy is riding the bike, there are some birds, and inside the birds he was hiding rub-off letters where he would have the marking hidden in plain sight, but well in the center. And so the marking itself was cool. I liked that it was like an 8 and an H to tell 8 of hearts. This is what I liked, and I wanted to take this one. What I didn't like was the position of it, because you would have to have the view of over the whole card. So in a spread it wouldn't work. You would have to have the whole image of the card to be able to read the marking. It was very well in the center. And with the Boris Wilde marked deck, it was not using the 8 of hearts, but just a number, but certain positions alongside the side. And the
4
side was already great.
positions.
Exactly. And when you spread it, you were able to see every card. However, if you would have someone pick a card like this, it wouldn't work like this, because now you would have to look completely down. So at that time, I was not happy with anything in existence, and I thought, what would be necessary to do a marked deck if you would have all possibilities? So at the beginning it was that I had a blank slate. I just put red backs on it, nothing else, like the what are they called, the Blue Crown decks that only have the color and not even a design. So I took this one and I put the index in the corner where I wanted it to be. At that time I only thought, okay, it has to be upper left corner, because I'm right-handed. So it was in the upper left corner and lower right corner. However, I figured out after the first print, I got enough feedback from lefties who said, well, if I'm spreading the cards in my way, I cannot see anything, or I have to read the bottom. And therefore I thought, okay, I was not caught anywhere with the marking, so I can easily duplicate the marking in all 4 corners, and therefore after the first print, starting with the second one, I put the marking in every corner of the Phoenix card.
And I start to practice reading not the top markings, because of some experience. When some people choose a card, they choose and you choose one, and then they
maybe they are covering one corner, right?
Exactly. That's why I practice myself to read the corners, the markings upside down.
Yeah, in the bottom.
In the bottom.
And that is something that is, for me, it's totally automatically. I'm never looking at the top, actually. I always look at the bottom. Actually, I think, you know who did this once? Garrett Thomas. He called them the speed readers. He put the marking at the top and the bottom left corner, the way how we would read them.
Yeah, but now you come up, that's cool. It's like, in the German stream it goes like bam, bam, bam.
Yeah.
I told you I read this, you say me too. Okay, why we don't change it?
Yeah, we could turn the markings where they are. If you're familiar with our marked decks, let me show you at least one card here. So I'm bringing it up. Here we go. It's not that easy with the camera. So you would see the marking in all these different corners. Okay. And if I would now go and turn these indexes around by 180 degrees, I would be able to see the marking directly here at the... Oh, that's a USB-C card, by the way. Shall we show you one more time the USB-C quality? That's this one, the well-centered playing card, even as it is a Phoenix, and it is casino quality. This can happen with USB-C. Well done, well done.
Wow.
Yeah, that's not nice.
No.
But it's not on every card. That's the interesting part, because they are punching every card, every single card.
This one is also not centered.
Yeah, so
wow.
It's here, take it back. This is, yeah. So
we sell this deck for double.
sorry guys, clicked the wrong button.
Yeah.
It's too close to the other one. Sorry,
yeah.
We continued speaking. It was on mute. Forget about it. Sorry. Are the secret markings like the secret markings on the stripper deck? The values, yes. The colors, no. Okay, for the colors I changed something because I wanted to be away from where the... Yeah, it would be too... Because on every deck, as a standard deck, I didn't like the colors there. That would be too obvious. Therefore, more into the center. Okay, just for the guys who know about the stripper secret marking, I took this and went one step further. Okay, good. We have the mark decks. Maybe we turn them upside down. Yeah. We will have to do a prototype deck before we go into print with the mark decks. But for now, we have them. Yeah, we have them. And the second thing is the one that you were using.
The sum deck?
The sum deck. The sum deck is SUM, set up marked deck. And
you can do a lot of things with the sum deck. So first you can do this one, say stop, blah blah blah.
Stop.
It's a 5 of diamonds, and
exactly.
I see with one pick, what is very cool and very fair. You know the card when they choose this one, because these cards are marked on
as always,
and they are in stack. That means when he cut here, I know on this card which card is here. So it's.
By the way, we changed it from the Roy Johnson stack. That was the first run that we did with the sum deck. We changed it to the Tamarisk stack. That is way more popular. I think that has some more advantages than the Roy Johnson.
And you know, right now I know there are 7 red.
No, let's start with that you have 14
cards, and there are 7 red ones.
No, 6.
6?
No, 8. 6 blacks.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 7 red ones.
No, it's 14. Oh, you didn't bring the
no,
9
I
of diamonds on top?
No. I'm right.
I'm always putting the 9 of diamonds on top. Okay, for all the guys, that's the cool thing about this. If you're familiar with a stacked deck, then you would notice as soon as you have the 9 of diamonds here on the bottom, that's something, kind of a giveaway. This is a stacked deck, because not only the Tamarisk stack, but also the Simon Aronson stack have the 9 of diamonds as the last card. So if you want to fool some of your magician friends, just cut to the 9 of diamonds, even if it's not a stack, and just leave it like this.
What I did in my Tamarisk stack, I changed the 9 of diamonds.
All I want to say is, even if you're not using a stack,
you can,
and they believe that you're using a stack, just bring the 9 of diamonds there, and now they think, he's using a stack, and it's not.
Yeah, and then shuffle the deck. Oh, no problem.
No problem at all. But here's the cool thing: if you now take the 9 of diamonds and bring it to the top, then you would see another card. And so there's no more giveaway, no more hint that this could be a stack. It's that easy.
And the 9 of diamonds is not marked. So
well, it is.
Yeah, we have two. We have two, but
yes.
I use all the time the not marking because for magicians.
Yeah, and therefore you are now safe because when the deck is on the table, there's no marking on this particular card, so you can leave it there. That's very simple. And if you corner short this card, even so that you can always cut easily, even if after several cuts, you can always bring that card onto the top and you're set up.
Yeah.
Now the thing is, this deck not only has the marking of the card itself and the card above, it also has the stack number. Yeah. So in Tamaris 24. That should be around, like here. I'm good, huh? I'm pretty good. That's the 10 of clubs, the 24th card. Now, if I bring the 9 of diamonds to the top, the stack number will not tell me now the stack, the card in the stack, but the amount of cards I have here on top.
Exactly.
And as the special secret marking is working with the black cards, and I brought a red card to the top, all the calculation works even with that number that you see here.
Yeah, and with some little small detail to know.
But this detail it doesn't matter if this card is on top or not. It still works. It doesn't matter. It's always great.
Okay, this is cool because I all the time check the little detail.
No. Go just calculate. Yeah.
I work a long time for you, and this was a new thing. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So this is 7.
For the black ones, yes.
Yeah, then it's 7.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
What did you do then? You have
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
1 over? No, you divide it by 2.
7, yeah.
And then minus 1. That's 6.
Yeah, I mean, I need this one.
Yeah, you still have to discover, but you take the number 15. Cut it in half.
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
and I need the little extra.
And the little extra, yes.
And left side is minus 1.
Exactly.
And right side.
Now we are discussing details, and you are not even aware of exactly what we are doing here. That's funny. Okay, it's just a great deck of cards, and if you don't want to go into too much detail, the SUM deck or SUM deck is an awesome deck of cards.
You get it in our shop.
By the way, if you ever shuffle it, what can happen, then you still have a marked deck because the markings of the card itself is still working, the stack is not working, and then you have to sit down and reset it again with
maybe with your method. Maybe you know a stack, then you reset the stack, or you look on the numbers on the back.
The numbers, or you are just checking, okay, so you can put any card here onto the table. Now you're looking for that one and put it on top.
Yeah.
Now you're looking for that one and you're putting this on top.
So a lot of methods how you can go back in.
It's definitely not what you want to do. You don't want to shuffle this deck, better not. But if you will get it back into working
Learn
conditions.
false shuffling. Cool. What do we have next?
The SUM and the mark deck we have. Now comes the Boris Wildmark deck. I think the Boris Wildmark deck, and that was for some years kind of misconception of my thing. I thought that there is no better mark deck than mine.
6 of hearts.
The 6 of hearts. Now the cool thing is I didn't even train it like this, and I don't do it like that.
Okay, you do it.
No, I do it totally different. So I am a little bit stuck.
Yeah, because this is.
Yeah, it's not how I would search for it, but in the end I would have it here.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
You do it in another way.
Yeah, I do it totally different. So the cool thing is with my mark deck, I wanted to have the marking always in the same spot. In the corner here, and now it's in all 4 corners. So even if there's only a little bit of visibility like this, let me put it on.
You can see it.
It's like this. I already would know which card this is. With the Boris Wild card, you would need to know would have the whole length to be visible just to find out which card this particularly is. However. So a selected card is much easier. Someone picks a card, I read it, I know it with my mark deck.
Ace of diamonds.
Now the Ace of diamonds. Now what I'm doing is I'm shuffling it quickly here, and I will show you the speed how I would read it.
Here we are. Yeah.
And I have the Ace of diamonds, very simple. The cool thing is if a card is named, and you have to find it in a spread or just by going through the deck of cards. as quick as going through a deck face up, I would say, because Boris is distributing the values in 4 different spots on the back, and therefore all the hearts are on one level, the clubs are on another level, and therefore when you go through the
Ace of
cards,
diamonds.
what? Yeah. So so when you are going through the spread, you are only focusing on 13 different cards in this level, and the rest is more or less invisible. You don't see it because there's no marking to spot. Therefore, a Boris Wildmark deck is much better if you need it for a routine where a spectator is naming a card and you have to find it very, very quick from a shuffled deck, and it's generally shuffled. No worries. There's no false shuffle involved.
6 of hearts.
Exactly. So quickly.
9 of hearts.
And with mine,
So good.
someone picks a card. In that moment, I'm reading the marking and I know the card. So both is great. And therefore, I made a package of 2 decks, one of mine, one of Boris, calling it the world's best marked decks. And this set is available already for a very special price for $35 or 35 euros. However, for this week, we also have a 20% discount until next Monday live stream. So if you like, go into our web shop, find this world's best marked decks, or go into Card Shark Recommends. That's where I put it in as well, and you will find the this effect.
4 of hearts.
The set of the 2 decks. Great
This
offer.
is so good.
It is great.
It's for a named card, it's perfect because with a little searching, little misdirection, you can cut to the deck, to the card, and you got it. So
Yeah,
it's good.
very, very simple. Yeah, so I really like to perform it and shuffle it just in front of the audience, then spread it and immediately find the card so that I can focus it there. I can put my thumb on and just cut casually there to bring the card where I need it to be. Super simple. Yeah, that's the Boris Wildmark deck. And last but not least, there's one more deck that we produced, and maybe I even have more marked decks. I'm just running out of. Sometimes I'm not even aware of how much I already did. And this is the one that I did for Henry Evans. He approached me several years ago at a convention in Korea. And he was brainstorming, saying, you know what, I'm looking for such a long time for a way of a marking where I can read the markings when I'm blindfolded. Meaning, you know, when you're blindfolded, you still have a certain area that you can watch, face so just down. However, a normal marking would never work. This is impossible. Now it has to be somehow bigger. At the beginning, I was thinking that this could be with a Sharpie and black, and because of putting the cards in a certain angle, you would not be able to see anything. That was the initial idea, and I said, well, why not doing it like this? And he said, no, I want it to be so genuinely be marked that even under the nose of spectators and magicians, the deck is still working and nobody can see the markings. That was the initial idea. And as always, I was thinking Henry is crazy, this will never work. And he convinced me, no, give it a try, it has to be big, etc. And at that time I was working on a different deck of cards that's called the Factory Blanks, where seemingly a completely blank card has the whole card printed into it, and it's visible in short distance but not visible over a longer distance to the audience. It has to be 100% invisible, and we solved it. It's kind of technical, and I used the same idea of marking to make it invisible after a certain distance on the Daredevil deck. And the next day when I created it on my computer, I showed it to Henry, and he said, okay, that's the solution, let's do it. Yeah, let's. And when I did it, I thought I would perform the routine myself, and I figured out if I take off my glasses, I am blind. So I don't even need any blindfold.
That's why you have 2 dogs.
I have let my dog find the card. That would be a cool trick, by the way. Yeah. So if you let him.
Yeah. we don't want to show you the markings very, very, very clearly here. So, but trust me, you can see it. And I'm blind, completely blind. I can see it from here.
Yeah, that's a nice thing. It gives all the guys of us who lose more and more their eyesight and that don't want to put on glasses just to perform a trick with a marking on the backs, a new possibility. Because I sold the Daredevil deck to so many
for stage,
magicians, not for blindfolding.
For stage, this is so cool. This is so good because you have large index. This is perfect for the audience. And it's very fair.
Yeah. The cool thing is not that you are thinking that it would work across the stage. That doesn't work, because as said, the marking will turn invisible over, let's say, after 5 feet. If you're away more than 5 feet, you will not be able to see anything. So even if you're working with a camera on your cards, as long as it's not 4K. You should be safe. The normal HD camera will not find what is going on with the cards. Yes. Or you have the camera further away and then they have to zoom in. They cannot see anything. It's impossible. I did it once at a convention, and they had a camera further away and they tried to zoom in. It was like holding up a normal playing card. It was impossible to show anything.
Yeah, great,
And the very first time Henry ever performed this, that was in Uruguay. He performed it the very first time, had magicians next to him, they were shuffling the cards and everything, and as soon as he then explained the whole trick to them, because it was a show and then a lecture, they could not believe it. So he immediately sold out. I only brought a certain amount of it, thinking this will last easily, but then it was like gone for all of them. So these two guys who were on the table and had not seen anything, they came over to me and said, "Give me your deck, I want to see." Because we haven't seen anything on stage there, where we sat there, we shuffled the cards, no idea what I've seen there. And then it's the point, once you see it, it's impossible not to see it.
Yeah, this is the problem.
Yeah, so best is to make some stupid stuff and just sometimes bring it in and just play around with it. Have you ever been caught with this deck?
Yeah.
Yes. What was the circumstance?
What I do?
Yes, what did you do then?
I tell the people, yeah, you're very clever, and now you see the first time in your life a magician's marked deck. So this is very cool, check it out, and the people have fun. And then I said, okay, let's start again, and now we use a normal deck. And I bring another deck out, I say, look, there is no markings on it, yeah, because they know already the markings, and then I use a real marked deck, so...
Yeah, and for me it is fun to play around with magicians. Okay, I will show it, okay? Is it okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
yeah, this one.
Sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, we did a little game here.
Yeah. Okay, I go for this one. So, what I would do is this. Here we go. So, I'm showing the card to magicians, and they would have to find the markings. And the ones who are staring very, very long, I'm saying, yeah, you have to watch here into the corner. That's where the marking is of us. And they are looking and staring right there, while the card is fully marked, and you can see
which
already.
Card is it? Write it in the chat. Which card is it?
Yes, you can see it already, and as you can see, when movement, etc., it's 100% invisible.
Which card? Who knows which card is it? Which card?
So you got the idea, and as you can see from this distance, it's now impossible to see to see if it's unmarked card, because the Joker is unmarked.
Two of?
And this card. Yes, 2 of diamonds. Perfect.
It's right.
Perfect. There you go. Very, very simple.
Okay, which position?
I don't know. It's 20. No, whatever.
Yeah.
27. In Tamaris, it's 27.
Yeah.
Should be, yes.
So, cool, Christian.
So these are the 4 officially marked decks. We have one more that is the unofficial marked. That is our standard. And sooner or later, you will unfortunately be now able to choose from different qualities as well. You will not only have the red and blue Phoenix decks.
Let's go deep in this next week.
The next time?
Yeah.
When everything is move forward, and we are in printing.
Next week you get brand new information about everything what happened here.
But for all the guys who are still waiting for our large index decks in red, because we did not have them for some
We
time.
are back in stock.
Yeah, I bought some back from our distributor that I sold to them in earlier time, and I saw that they still had stock, and so I, instead of printing my own cards, you know maybe the story what happened during the first few months of the year, I bought back part of the stock they have, and therefore we are able to offer you the large index decks in red for now, and I hope stock will last until we come and produce the new cards.
Cool.
Yeah, why not doing the rest of next week then?
Yeah.
Are we done? Any more questions? I haven't memorized this deck, can't answer that. Actually, we still have it. We still have it in our Phoenix decks, large index, standard index, doesn't matter, where we have the poker bingo card. And the poker bingo card is a stack and is a cheat sheet where you can check at which position in Tamaris and in Arizon the card would be. So learn it or keep it on your table as a cheat sheet, because nobody would pay attention to a game card or advertisement card, etc. And with a memorized deck you can do miracles. Maybe we should also do a stream just about memorization, about memorized decks, and what you can do with that.
Cool.
Guys, thank you so much for joining us. If you can, please leave this video, give this a like and leave a comment down there. We are always reading all the comments and respond to them or pick them up the next week.
Because there are not a lot of comments.
No, just no.
But thank you for watching, and see you next week.
Recommend it to your friends, and until next week,
Bye-bye.
have a great day.
Bye-bye.